The European Union Executive Commission has ordered Apple to pay $14.5 billion plus billions more in interest in back taxes to Ireland. After the European Union found today that Apple contributed almost no tax across the European Union, 28 countries, for 11 years. I used to wonder, how in the hell could Apple have cash reserves? What was the latest number? $280 billion. Fuckers just don't pay any taxes. We don't do that. This is, so many countries move out of so many companies move out of the United States because, well, we just tax them to death. We just bleed them. Ask the Koch brothers. We just take all their money and use it on stupid shit like roads and bridges and education and healthcare, crap like that. So the companies move out of the United States, and when they get to these foreign countries, different countries, they don't pay anything there either. They pay zero. The ruling is being called a dramatic escalation by the EU Executive Commission in its battle to have multinationals pay their fair share in the 28-nation region, where popular outrage over corporate tax dodging has grown after years of financial crises and austerity budgets. How many countries in the European Union have been forced to take incredibly stupid loans from the IMF or the World Bank, been forced to sell off state-owned properties? In the case of Greece, some of their ancient relics have had to be sold. Boy, I'll tell you, it's just amazing. Capitalism doesn't just eat the United States alive and destroy every goddamn thing it touches. No, it really, really does. It's a matter of degrees. I know a lot of people say, well, I've got my Social Security, Medicare, or I have my job, or I'm on retirement. I'm sick of the battles. The house is paid for. I got a car. I don't really give a shit. Well, you should give a shit. You should. About the destruction that this kind of predatory capitalism perpetrates against everybody, not just us, against everybody on the planet. It's incredible. Now, when I say capitalism, I don't mean the system itself. The system itself is a theory. A theory can't do anything. It's how the theory of capitalism, or the practicality, take your pick, of capitalism is applied by the captains of industry. Sons of bitches. Now, this decision, first of all, that sentence, the ruling is a dramatic escalation by the EU Executive Commission. I'm not sure how they're using the word escalation, but to demand something that you're owed is considered an escalation? I never realized until the last 20 years the horrendous destruction that globalism and its driving engine, capitalism, has perpetrated against everybody on earth. It just, I just wasn't paying attention. I was working at Air America or WLS or something. I don't give a shit, I don't know any of that stuff. I don't care. Woo! Now, because of this escalation by the European Union Executive Commission, because of it, it carries with it the risk of, I like this, inflaming tensions with the U.S. Because the United States argues that the European Union is picking on American companies. They're picking on us. Ah. At the heart of the matter is European Union's claim that many of these multinationals, including Amazon and McDonald's, struck deals with the EU companies to pay unusually low taxes in exchange for basing their European Union operations there. Ireland. An investigation by the European Union Competition Commission said that a 3-year investigation recently completed found Ireland granted such lavish tax breaks to Apple that Apple's effective corporate tax rate on its European profits dropped from 1% in 2003. That's the taxes on their profits. 1%. But it went down to 5/1000ths of a percent. 0.005. 0.005 in 2014. 5/1000ths of a percent. These sons of bitches agreed to pay in taxes, corporate taxes. That meant that for each 1 million euros in profits, Apple paid 50 euros in taxes. Jesus bleeding Christ. Now, according to the competition commissioner of the European Union, one Margrethe Vestager, she said, quote, member states, like Ireland, cannot give tax benefits to selected companies. To do so is illegal under EU state aid rules, end quote. Now, first of all, we can come to 2 very quick conclusions. Number one, the Irish government knew that rule imposed by the European Union. You can't give these kinds of tax breaks to selected companies. A. B, Apple knew it too. So Apple, in a form of blackmail, it's done in this country. It's done a little bit differently over here, but it's done in this country. Apple blackmails Ireland by saying, well, fuck you. If you're not going to give us 1% corporate tax, we'll go to, Poland. So the Irish say, what to do? Okay, well, we need the jobs. Okay, come on, Apple. Now, in Ireland, they have less than 5 million people in Ireland. The amount to be recovered, should this go through, which Apple will not let it, any more than ExxonMobil or Shell Oil or any of these rapacious, predator, capitalist organizations let any of this shit go through. Fines, taxes, fuck it. That's for the small people, not us. If the sum were to be recovered, it would equal out to $3,150 or 2,800 euros for every man, woman, and child in the country. Now, here's the kick in the teeth about this. This is a part that, when I read this, I thought, well, that doesn't make any sense. The government of Ireland said it's going to appeal the decision, arguing that it had granted no favorable treatment to Apple. We always only collect 5/1000ths of 1% in corporate tax, which is bullshit. But Ireland says, no. So the government of Ireland, being held hostage by Apple and other large corporations, because the Irish government understands now, they got caught defrauding their own people with Apple as a co-conspirator. So they're not going to accept this ruling by the European Commission, Economic Commission. Oh, no. Because Ireland understands one essential fact, among many, of capitalism. You fuck with us, we're gone. We don't pay taxes. We pay shit wages. We do what we want to do. We pollute your rivers and streams. We burn down your forests. We extract your natural resources. We leave just acres, square miles of shit behind us. And what are you going to do about it?